Well, hello. It's great to see you, and I am so happy to be invited to read with you today. I worked in North Rockland for a long time, and I was the superintendent of schools. And you don't really know what that is, but the most important thing about my job was I got to decide when we had a snow day. And I hope you got some snow days this year as well. I'm glad you invited me, and it's a cold day because I get to wear my North Rockland football jacket that I'm very proud of. And I brought something to show you from my years in North Rockland that the teachers gave me. And that is my North Rockland bear. And my North Rockland bear was given to me with a jacket that looks a little bit like what I'm wearing. And they even put my name on the back. Monahan. There we go. We're losing a little bit of it. There's my name, Monahan. Back in those days, people used to call me Dr. Monahan, but you can just call me Brian Monahan because that's my name now. And I'm here and very excited to read with you and to read a book that was special to me as a teacher and special to me when I used to read it to my daughter, and now really excited to read it to you. And the name of that book is Two Good Friends. And one of the reasons I love to read this book is that I'm pretty sure each of you has a special friend, or maybe more than one. And I hope that this book makes you think of that person. So let's get started. Duck had cleaned his house. All his floors were waxed. All his furniture was polished. He was admiring his clean rooms when he heard a knock at the door. And let's see if I can show you. There we go. There is Duck. And here's the other page as well. Okay, there's a great picture of Duck. All right, let's go on. It was Bear. Come in, said Duck, but first, wipe your feet on the mat. Bear wiped his feet on the mat and went inside. And let me show you Bear. Here we go. Here's Bear. Big guy. There is Bear. Make yourself at home, said Duck. Thank you, I will, said Bear. And he sat down in a shiny rocking chair. Then he put his feet on Duck's table. Duck reached for a newspaper and put it under Bear's feet. What do you have to eat? Asked Bear. Nothing, said Duck. Nothing? Asked Bear. Today I cleaned my house, explained Duck. I did not bake. Well, I have something, said Bear, and he reached into his pocket and took out 2 brownies. Bear, said Duck, you're spilling crumbs on my floor. And he reached for another newspaper and put it under Bear's chair. Bear looked at the newspaper. Then he looked at the 2 brownies. Duck, he said, you're a very good housekeeper, but what good is a clean house if you have nothing to eat? Here, have a brownie. Bear and Duck each ate a brownie and spent the rest of the afternoon putting a puzzle together. The next day, Duck went to visit Bear. Duck, said Bear, how nice to see you. Come right in. Said Duck, what smells so good? I've been baking, said Bear, and he pointed to 2 honey cakes and 2 nut pies sitting on the table. Brush the flour off a chair and sit down. Bear, said Duck, I can't sit down. My feet are stuck. Oh dear, said Bear, that's the honey. Would you like honey cake or nut pie? He asked. Nut pie, said Duck, who had finally managed to unstick his feet. I've had enough honey for one day. Okay, said Bear, and he cut 1 piece of nut pie for Duck and 1 for himself. May I have a plate? Asked Duck. The plates are dirty, said Bear. Well then, may I have a fork? Asked Duck. The forks are dirty too, said Bear. He looked ashamed. Bear, said Duck, how do you expect me to eat? I'm sorry, said Bear, but today I baked. I didn't clean the house or wash the dishes. Maybe you can use your wings. The pie will still taste good. Duck and Bear each ate a piece of pie. When Duck finished, he licked the tips of his wings. I must say, Bear, you're a terrible housekeeper, but your nut pie is the best I've ever tasted. Bear smiled. Have another piece, he said. Gladly, said Duck, and they each ate another piece. The next day, Bear went to Duck's house with a surprise. Duck was not at home, but Bear went inside anyway. He put 6 raspberry muffins on the table and wrote a note. From Bear, it said. Then he went home. When Bear walked into his house, he was surprised. I must be in the wrong house, he thought. His feet did not stick to the floor. The dishes were washed and on the shelf. He did not see his name where he had written it in the flower on the table. Instead, he saw a note from Duck. I must thank Duck, thought Bear, but just then there was a knock on the door. It was Duck. Thank you for the muffins, said Duck. I was so surprised, and it's not even my birthday. And I have never seen my house so clean, said Bear. I was surprised too. We really are good friends, said Duck. Yes, cried Bear. Let's celebrate. Come in and have some cookies. But first, added Bear, wipe your feet on the mat. Of course, said Duck, and he did. Okay, and here we have them. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. I certainly enjoyed reading it to you. And we both know that reading is so important. And the more you read, the better things will be and the more you'll enjoy it. So good luck to all of you. Thanks to you for listening. Thanks to your teachers for inviting me. Go Red Raiders.